What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to talk about Starter Deck 23 to Starter Deck 28. Because things are getting interesting. These were revealed during the stream this past weekend, and they are looking good. Also, as a side note, those leaks as to what the leaders were going to be, as we expected, it turns out they were good. They nailed it. And it seemed very precise. It seemed very believable, but now we've got the confirmation. We've got red Shanks, green Bonny, blue Buggy, nominally purple Luffy, but that is dual color, red Marshall D. Teach, and nominally yellow Yamato, although again, we are talking about dual color there. That is green and yellow. Luffy is purple and black. So we got these 6 leaders coming, and things are getting fun. And one thing we need to point out here, releasing in English and French first. Yeah, we get these first. Now, there's frustratingly a lot of information missing here. There's a lot of stuff we need to know that we don't know. And that's actually like low-key super annoying. However, we can fill some of the gaps with what we've previously learned from distributors, and there are 2, I think, salient facts that we want confirmation of. Both of which I believe to be true, incidentally. We just need to actually get the confirmation. Salient fact number 1, these will have 5 new mechanically unique cards in each. Which should be the case. That was the case with the last time we had the set of 6 starter decks. That was 15 to 20. And I believe that will be true again. But it will be nice to get the confirmation. And secondly, that it includes a pack of OP11. Now, here's what's interesting. It doesn't say they contain a pack of OP11. That doesn't necessarily mean that they won't. They still might. But I would like to see that stated here. I'm going to give you a very small conspiracy theory, which I don't believe is true, but I do think it needs to be mentioned at the outset. These are going to be budget decks over in Japan. And we know that, by the way, for a fact. It's been revealed over in Japan. They are 550 yen per deck. These are budget decks. And that's fine. The last ones were as well. We don't get budget decks over here. That's just not a thing. Japan has regular budget and the really expensive ones. We have the regular and the expensive. We don't have budget decks. So what we do with like starter deck 15 to 20 is we pop a booster pack in there. That's how we fix it. We get these booster packs which should be budget, but we don't do budget. But that's okay because instead we pop a booster pack in and that helps to fix things and everything is nice. Wonderful. The problem is it's not stated on there that we get the booster pack. Now, if we go back to the listing for the other ones, we were told there was a booster pack, but we also had the breakdown of what's inside. That breakdown is not given here. So I'm not saying we're not getting a booster pack. I am saying we've not yet been officially told we're getting one. Maybe these are releasing first in the West so that we don't notice that they're budget decks and we're overpaying for them. I don't think that's true. But until we get confirmation that we are getting a pack of OP11 in there, I am going to be wondering. No, it being listed on a distributor website does not count as official confirmation. Yes, I am well aware. I literally told you a second ago. But we need to actually get the confirmation here. We just don't have that yet. I think we're going to get a booster pack of OP11. But if these release early at regular price without one, then I think some cynicism is going to be coming out. Let's wait and see. We think we're getting a pack of OP11 in there. These release in June, and like I say, they are the regular price of $12, which is, budget deck, $12. We should get a pack in there as well. And here's the thing. Assuming these have 5 mechanically unique cards, and I do think that's essentially guaranteed. No, it's not actually guaranteed. We got that last time. It worked last time. And remember, if you release a full reprint starter deck, people don't care. If you release a starter deck which is 2/3 reprint, But then you get 5 mechanically unique cards. We saw last time, people will care. People will absolutely love it. So make no mistake about it, those 5 unique cards that we're expecting, that's what turns this product from, oh, that's cool, to, ooh, that's cool. And that's why they're going to put the 5 unique cards in there. I believe the starter deck is going to come with a booster pack like we're told by distributors, but I am certain it's going to come with 5 unique cards. Remember last time they were 3 common and 2 super rare? No reason to believe that won't happen again. But let's take the Doflamingo deck as a nice little case study from what we saw last time. That took the Doflamingo leader from OP01 and made it awesome again. Like, top tier, and when I say top tier, I mean like best deck. In some metagames since that came out, it has been literally the number 1 deck in the game. Because it gave us 5 mechanically unique cards, we had super rares of Law and Boa Hancock, and then we had a Crocodile, we had a Buggy, and we had a Marshall D. Teach. All of which saw play in Doflamingo decks. Now, it's not just that. An example I've given previously is the Jinbei from OP07. So good, it's one of the cards that literally got banned yesterday. But that is an example of a deck where the new starter deck really helped. And that's what we're getting here. We are getting 6 old leaders that we've already had with alternate artwork. And we can see the artwork. This is going to be the artwork from the leaders. That's what they do with these product listings. And we're going to get some new cards to make them better. And this is super interesting. Because let's take Blackbeard. This is the Blackbeard, or the Black Marshall D. Teach, from OP09. It is already probably the best deck in the format. It is not hit by the bans. There were a couple of black cards banned, but neither of them hit Teach. So Teach is fine. And I was telling you a couple of days ago that essentially the bans have made Teach way better because other decks are getting hit and Teach isn't. Well, now we're getting new cards for that leader? Now, I'm not telling you it is going to suddenly become way better and be the best deck in the meta, but I am absolutely telling you that there is a very good chance. Like I say, it might already be. By the time these decks drop, it might be the best deck because it's not getting hit by the bans and it's already phenomenal. But if even 1 or 2 of the new cards in that deck are good, watch out, it's getting a bit ridiculous. Shanks is another deck which is phenomenal. Like, Shanks came second at Worlds this past weekend. Shanks is great. Already seeing a huge amount of play and success. And again, we're going to get some new red hair pirates here. And we don't need much. Did Shanks get hit by the ban? No! Shanks is fine. Great deck, came second at Worlds, absolutely one of the best decks around, and now it's getting new cards. These are the 2 that I'm primarily looking at. Now, the third one I'm looking at here is Buggy. Buggy has had flashes, but Buggy is a weird kind of deck. Now, the leader says that you can rest 5 of your Don and trash a card from your hand to play a cross-guild character. But the goal here is you're essentially paying 5 Don to play like a 7, 8, 9 cost. And we've got the really good 10 cost Buggy, which, yes, can be played with a skill for essentially 5 Don, which is phenomenal, but you've got to have 5 or more cost characters in order to play this. And this is a deck which has struggled to gain a good foothold, but has had flashes here or there. We've, of course, got the pre-release Buggy, which has over in Japan, that really helped to make the deck better. But the deck's not quite been good enough. It's been a good deck. It has seen some play, some love, some success. But it's not quite been good enough. Well, maybe. Maybe this is all we need. Maybe just this alone is going to be enough to punch it up into must-play territory. It could happen. It happened with a blue deck last time. It could happen again. The Luffy is an odd one because on release, very nice, very hyped card. But right now, especially if we look at the Japanese meta, well, the EBO2 Luffy is better and the OP11 Luffy is better. So do we need another Luffy deck? Arguably not. Does it really matter? So I've got my eye on this one a little bit. The problem is we've got the blue-purple Luffy as opposed to the black-purple Luffy. And right now, that Luffy from OP11 is looking good. And it's got one of the same two colours. So I'm just saying, this Luffy could end up getting left by the wayside. This is one that I think, and I would love to be wrong here, I'm not sure this one's going to make enough of a difference for that Luffy to really shine. Because I think we've got better purple Luffy, frankly. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Come at me in the comments. Now, the Bonny is another interesting one, because that Bonny in the past has been great. Even in the OP09 meta, Bonny has actually been very, very good. I don't think right now, and again, we're looking ahead with Japanese results and all of that, it is far from perfect. But in, say, the EBO2 meta, the Bonny's just not that big a... Like, it's fine, it's relevant, but it's kind of a top 10 deck. Which is still cool. So actually, no, maybe I'm changing my mind about this one already. Bonny's been hanging around as a viable but not proper top tier deck. Maybe this could push Bonny into the stratosphere. And then we got the proper wildcard, which is a Yamato. Look, I love this Yamato. I pull the alternate art of this Yamato. I adore this Yamato. It's not ever actually been good. I wanted it to be good. I've been hoping it's going to be good. Ain't been good. This is really, of these 6 leaders that we're getting here, this is the one that's just like, nah. Like I say, go back to the leaders. Teach, arguably, probably the best deck. Shanks, great. Luffy and Buggy had flashes, but missing something. Bonny has been there as a top 5, top 10 deck for a while, but not really been crushing. Maybe a couple of cards can push it over. And the Yamato's just been bad. Which makes me sad. Again, Yamato's cool. I pulled the full art. If this card was good, then I could go and play my full art, and I would be delighted. This is the green-yellow, whereby it's got double attack and activate main once per turn. If your opponent's got 3 or fewer life, give 2 rested Don to one of your characters. It's a cool leader. Not been good enough. So I am really hoping that that something happens here to make this leader great. Either way, we were initially told these were going to be simple leaders. That's clearly not the fact. Teach alone is not a simple leader. But I really, really, really like the selections here, if they're reprinting. We've got 2 proper top decks that are getting new tricks. 3 decks which are there or thereabouts, but maybe a couple extra cards can really push them over. And then a wild card, which is just not good, but maybe they can do enough here. The fact that we're getting it first is awesome, but I really would like them to confirm that we are getting a pack of OP11, given that these are budget decks that we're not paying budget prices for. I think they will, but I would still like that confirmation to come through. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about all of this. I want to know your thoughts, your feelings, your predictions. I want to know which of these you're excited about. I want to know anything you want to tell me, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.